Hello everyone, we are live finally. So excited to be here on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on Instagram. Um, I saw that some people were already sending me messages and said, Tima is 12. Come on, come on. So I'm here and I hope you are as well. Please, this is that time when you get to tell your friends, your loved ones, colleagues, family, and everyone that you know has children, especially if the gender of those children are girls. Yes, so you all know that I'm that amazing girls coach that you want your daughter to have. And for almost 20 years, I've worked with teenagers, particularly girls. I've taken so much of interest and I'm very passionate about them. This is one area, the topic we're going to talk about today is one area that drives me. I didn't even know how much it drove me until when I went for the boot camp in Port Harcourt and we're having our character night and one of the girls dressed up and said, I'm not going to say my character because I want Auntie Tima to guess who I'm dressed like. Ha! I said, look at this girl wants to try me. She's a member of the girls' home. So yes, I've taught them to be that bold and confident. Like the entire camp, teachers, mentors, children, everybody was just watching the drama. She said, yes, this character is a character of one that you're always talking about. You talk about this character in your books. You talk about this character as in this. That's how she was doing. Oh. This character, and Tetima, if you don't get it, you're going to buy pizza for everybody on camp. Ah, hey, I guess Esther, this, that. She said, no, no, no. I'm like, if I catch you, this girl. And then finally, I gave up. And she said, one of the five wise virgins. I screamed. I was like, look at this girl. Truly, I don't know how I even missed it. Talking about the five foolish virgins is and the five wise virgins, of course, by extension, is one of my favorite conversations when I'm talking to girls, honestly speaking. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sandra. I can see you. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining me. And thank you to everybody else. Please say comment, especially if you're on Facebook or YouTube, so that I can see your comment. If you're on Instagram, I can be seen now, but trust me, I celebrate you. So, why do I like talking about the 10 foolish and wise virgins? Number one, because they were girls. Number two, because it shows me that a girl can choose, can decide which side of the divide that she can go. She can be one of the five, she can be one of the foolish. Hello, Freedom Madu. Hello, Joe. I'm so happy to have you here. If you're close to me, if you have ever worked with me, if you have ever attended any of my programs or seen me talk to girls, you will know that I detest girls that are laid back, slow, draggy, not thoughtful, give excuses. I detest them. Even from your position, the way you stand, the way you walk, the way you move, my body starts biting me. Why? Because I believe that those are all expressions of what is going on inside you. I believe that girls have a lot of power. Their power is global power. Their power is dunamis. Do you know on international girls that I was saying to girls that girls have power to give life and to take life? Somebody be like, no, are they God? Girls, women, wives are their husband's destiny directors. That's how he directed Adam out of the garden, just by one action. So a girl can, she has so much power that she can bring death, she can bring error, she can bring war, just like she can bring life, ideas. solutions, direction, inspiration. So, how a girl is managed is highly critical for me. A few days ago, a mother of a girl called me and was complaining about something her daughter did. And I said, "Ma, your daughter is going to be 16 soon. She's between 15 and 16. Are you ready? Are you prepared?" And she said, "Prepared for what? No, Titima, don't even dare tell me that." And I laughed. I said, "You have a daughter and you don't want to prepare? Are you kidding me, guys? Are you serious?" And I said to her, "I have two daughters, so I'm not telling you what I'm not able to do. My daughter is doing her gap year. She's going to school next year. Do you know how I'm preparing? I'm preparing to the extent that I've got we are trying to discover devices that are existing in the environment where she's going into. Yes, the school she's going into, the city she's living in. We are already getting prepared for devices. So I should come and sit down here and say, "Oh, I'm a girls' coach, an experienced one, a celebrity one at that. I've got it all covered. I'm even the Spirit Coco one. I've got her around and ready for 1 year. So is that what I'm going to be doing seriously?" Parents of girls, wake up. By the way, we have launched the Help Your Daughter series. If you're a girl mom or you know any, please get them to come into that webinar. It's a free webinar, it's supposed to be paid, but this is our give back. At the end of the year, we're going to do this yearly. We're going to give back to the girl community. Because if you begin to get it right, this thing is going to be easy for everyone, including yourself. So let's stand up and begin to help these girls. Register for that webinar. It is free, but so the payment you will make is to get your friends and loved ones into that webinar. That's the only payment that we require of you. Get others there. Now let's start. And I want to celebrate, by the way, everyone, excuse me, who has girls that are not yet teenagers, but yet you're learning. Better for you, because you don't want any terrible case. Let me tell you one case I got this week, and this is not the first time. However, this one happened in Nigeria, so it got me, a bit more worried. A 10-year-old was caught watching porn, same gender porn, lesbian porn. She's not yet 13. So when you're sitting down and say, "Oh, this is not the thing I'm saying," it's because she's dealing with teenagers. She's dealing with people that are investing. This thing happened here in Nigeria. The other cases that have been happening abroad. But this happened right here in Nigeria. A 10-year-old, not fully 10, just turning 10, is watching same-sex gender porn. And you guys are here telling me that tell them. Are you really saying tell them? Please, if you've been following me, what are you supposed to say when you come into sessions like this? When you hear things that you're supposed to be learning, what are you supposed to say? Please, do you know I'm a teacher? So, guys, answer me, all my students. By the way, if your daughters from ages 6, I had to step down to age 6 because of the cases I was getting. If your daughter is not already in the girls' home, you are not yet registered. When you come for sessions, we will bill you double because you are giving us trouble. Yeah, so for the trouble, you will pay double. Go and register your girls to join the girls' home, so that when issues arise, which we all know that they would arise, it doesn't have to be bad issues, crazy issues, or emergency issues. It should just be issues. It could just be issues where you need guidance and support. Please register for the girls' hall today. First of all, go and book a slot. That's where to start from. Start by booking a slot. The number is already scrolling. Registration has begun for the girls' hall 2024. Now, let's go. Who is the foolish virgin? I like to define who is a foolish person. Let's even start from person. A foolish person is someone who is witless. You know, when they say somebody is witty, the person is smart. You know, the person can navigate, the person can innovate, the person can, find their way around. So a foolish person is someone that is witless, brainless, senseless, unintelligent, ridiculous, absurd, reckless, half-baked. Ah, 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 ah. The person is half-baked. The person is incautious. So this person is not cautious, does not take time to analyze, to check things. The person just pam, 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 just acts anyhow in any way. When we're growing up, boys used to yab girls. They used to tease girls and say girls have fish brain. Why? Because of these things that I'm going to talk about today. They feel like girls, a fish has a very small brain. So the boys observe that girls never used to take time to think before acting. Girls never, those days, that's how it came off to the guys. The boys just felt like, who are this group? Who are this set of human beings that don't think before they act? That's it. So, characteristics of a foolish virgin, aside the one I mentioned earlier on in the morning. And what I mentioned in the morning at when I was announcing the class are what I would call the fruits of foolishness. Initially, when they start off, they don't start off. I mentioned things like, a foolish virgin is somebody who will be dating somebody's husband and be saying he loves me. A foolish virgin is somebody who would be fighting, over a guy with another girl. Now, some of our children are still young, so you don't quite get it. What I want you to know that is that is the fruit of all the foolishness. When you grow up as a girl, a young girl, and you're not using your brain, you're not processing your thoughts, you're not thinking before you are acting, you are gradually going to end up as one who will be sending nudes without thinking. You see that number one definition I gave? For me, is the worst of all. I'm not saying sending nudes is better, but where you are sending nudes with your face. There was one of them that reached out to me like that. And I asked her, she said they were blackmailing her and all that. I said, so this news is sent. Was your face included? She said, yes. I said, how could you? It's foolish enough of you to send your nudes. Then you now send your nudes with your face. It is such a senseless action and behavior for many girls. And please, I don't want you ever thinking my daughter cannot try that. You don't know. Many of the girls doing this are from homes where their parents are paying a lot of school fees. They have a good life. They are comfortable, yet they are senseless. Permit me to use these words. I checked in the Bible and I saw that the only word really that was used, derogatory, if you want to say, is foolish. I saw foolish virgins, I saw foolish Galatians. So this is the only insult that I can find in the Bible. And I can imagine how it hurts God to see that people he created, the gender that he created to help mankind, is senseless, is brainless, is unintelligent, half-baked. When I saw this part of the definition, half-baked, a lot of things added up. Do you see why girls don't like learning? Many girls, not every girl, of course. Many girls get tired and get weary of learning. Now, listen to me. After this class, if your daughter begins to resist learning, she begins to resist mentoring, begins to resist caution, instruction, tell her that I said she should not end up a foolish virgin. Because those are qualities and characteristics of a foolish virgin. They are half-baked. They do their things halfly. Let me go ahead. They do the right thing at the wrong time. A foolish virgin, please, for the record, this conversation is not about whether your child is a virgin or not. And I like the way the Lord used virgin so that you don't think that this is a prostitute or this is a loose girl or this is what one randy girl. This my daughter, some people come to me and say, Tima, oh, I don't know how my daughter got involved in this. She's a good girl. We're not talking about goodness here, please. We're not even talking about righteousness. Did you hear prayer in that parable? There was nothing like prayer. There was nothing like goodness, righteousness. No. Following instructions, obedience. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is not about that. There will be a time for that. This conversation is about sense and senselessness. This conversation is about being witty or witless, about using your brain or being brainless. That's what this conversation is about. Because this is what puts these girls into trouble and then ropes every one of us into the trouble. Do you know how many videos I get in a day? And it always starts at the team and steal your girls. All of a sudden, all the girls in the world belong to me. No problem. That's why I'm begging you to bring them to me in the girls' hall. So that they will not be among the people that will be sending videos and saying, look at your girls. Because they are misbehaving somewhere. Now, like I said, characteristics of foolish virgins. They do the right thing, but they do it at the wrong time. There's a time to date, but no, they want to date before time. There's a time to flex. No, they want to flex when it's time to read. There's a time to sleep. They want to gist at that. See, you're doing the right thing, but you're doing it at the wrong time. There's a time to play. No, they want to read. They want to withdraw into their shell. It's a sign of foolishness. And you know the problem? It's looking like, oh, Antetima, is that what the conversation is about? Is it about sleeping at the right time? Is it about dating or is it about using your phone at the right time? No. The problem is how you do one thing is how you do everything. If your daughter does not understand how to use her time well, she will keep making mistakes. What other quality? They do not go the extra mile. Coach Wendy calls it the skill of extra. It has now become a skill where your daughter must learn how to go above, how to be outstanding, how to come out from amongst them. Many of these girls, I deal with them now. They just want to be inside. They just want to be among. They just want to blend in. If your daughter does not have the extra mindset, the extraordinary mindset, she is going to end up a foolish virgin. She'll be among the people that will be saying, why are you judging us? She'll be among the people that will be saying, do you think you're perfect? Because she doesn't believe in extra. She doesn't believe that, no, why must I follow the trend? Everybody is a TikToker. Why must I join them? She doesn't believe that, oh, I need to go out of my way to build something extra for myself so that I can stand out and not blend in. That's how to raise a foolish virgin. Your daughter wants to be basic all the time. Basic. Foundation. Plain. Check it. She's headed for the title or the category of the foolish virgin. The foolish virgin is one that acts before they think instead of thinking first. So they would have done something before they can say, oh, why did I? Because that was why those girls, those 5 foolish virgins didn't take extra oil. They just went. The bridegroom is coming. Pam, let's go. They didn't think, what if the bridegroom comes late? What if this oil pours or leaks? What if there's, trouble and we need to stay longer, even if the bridegroom comes early? What if we need to stay after now? You don't think? That's why they go to school. They enter into a relationship. The person says, send me news. The foolish virgin doesn't think What if we break up? What if it gets to the wrong hands? What if his phone is stolen? No, they don't think. So they just bam, this is it. Somebody's going to go and fight for a boy. She's not thinking, what if they slap me and I faint? What if they pour me acid? What? She's not thinking. Which brings me to the next point. They don't have strong whys. When the whys of your girls are not strong, that's why mothers, fathers of girls, you need to get your girls to think about the consequences of their actions. Don't be the one always reminding them. Do you know that if you fail, you will repeat? Can they think that, oh, if I fail, that means I am going to repeat, and that means I'm going to be in the class of my sibling? They need to think about these things by themselves. I'm going for these parties at this time of the night. What if there's a rape scare? Can I run? Who do I go to? Oh, I'm hiding this thing from my parents. What if I'm blackmailed? Where do I run to? What do I do? They're not able to think. So their whys are not strong. It now looks like, mommy, free me. I'm now on my own. I'm now a big girl. I can do what I want when I want. These are all the issues that we're having with the foolish virgin. They're not able to develop strong whys. They're not able to reason out their actions and their inactions. Their sense of judgment is so poor. But these are things that could have been built. They are lazy. Please, let's not deceive ourselves. We all have daughters that like to be lazy. Most of them like to be lazy, slothful, draggy, and all that. Rather, they want to engage in frivolous activities. Rather, they want to sorry about that. They want to engage in frivolous activities. If you see girls, they can stay. I told you guys, hello, Mrs. D, nice to see you here again. Girls can watch 55 episodes of one program. Tell her to attend 5 mentoring sessions. Tell her to do 5 courses. Tell her to do 5 leadership. She will complain. But she can watch 55 episodes of a series. So they like to be on social media. They can be on TikTok, on Instagram for throughout the night. Tell them to go to service for 1 hour. They'll tell you, why is this so long? So a foolish virgin is one that does not know how to prioritize, does not know how to recognize what is important part time. If your daughter acts like this at any time, ask her that I said, why are you acting like a foolish virgin? My daughter, why are you acting like a foolish virgin is one that does not know that if I don't develop myself and my capacity, I'm going to become outdated soon. That's the bitter truth. It doesn't matter which school they go to. It doesn't matter which country they live in. No, it doesn't. These things I'm talking about are principles of life. They will work wherever human beings are. It's like a key to a door. It's not a function of whether the door is a palace or whether the door is a thatch house. You use the key, you must use the key to open every door. Whether the key is keyless, remote, there must be a key, a way to enter. So your daughters need to understand, when they start behaving like this, tell them that be careful. Be careful lest you become a foolish virgin. Because at the end of it all, they came back knocking and crying. Crying does not reverse time. Crying does not save you or prevent you from suffering from the consequences of wrong choices and decisions. Crying will not. You see all this crying with their fine face? You know, girls can use sentiment. Tell them it will not work. One other thing about the foolish virgins, they could be very stubborn. The foolish virgin could be very stubborn. Do you know that I perceive, this is just me perceiving, that when the wise virgins were taking oil, these ones refused. because of the way they sounded when they came to beg, when the foolish ones were begging for the oil. I think everybody should go and read that scripture, even if you're not a Christian, read it. Just check, Google the parable of the 10, 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins. Now, they said, go to the shop and buy the oil. You go and buy for yourself. It sounds like when you tell somebody, do this, the person says no. When trouble comes, you now tell the person, go, Shebi, go and do what you ought to do. It didn't sound like a new conversation. Analyze it, read it from other versions. It didn't sound like a new conversation. It sounded like something that had happened before. If you go to tell your daughter that, why are you acting like a foolish virgin, she's going to get it because you have had a conversation prior to that. So it wasn't them saying, oh, you want oil? Are you sure? There was none of such. They just said, go to the oil and get. And do you know why I also believe that they had that conversation before time? The girls did not argue. You know, when you've been told to do something before and you don't agree, when trouble comes, you cooperate. Which is why people are ready and willing to pay any amount when their children are in trouble. Because when they're telling them, join Girls Hub, join the International Parent Academy, the inner circle, do this, read books, so they'll be like, I beg, I'm busy and that. But immediately trouble comes, boom. Anything you tell them to do, they will do. So the foolish virgins were stubborn people. They were not people that in Nigeria we say hear word. They were not people that like to hear word. Most times, for people that don't like hearing word, they only learn from their mistakes. Yes. They only learn from their mistakes. They only learn after their hands, their fingers have been burnt. Then they learn. Look at the way they quickly went to go and buy oil that midnight. But probably, and because I believe that girls love communities, girls love cliques, girls love circles, girls love to do things together. I can tell you that for free. In the girls' hub, the reason why some girls started reading books in 2023 is because everybody else was supposed to be reading. It was because they didn't want to be left out. Girls are like that. So for 5 to have and 5 not to have, those 5 refused to have. They refused it. It was an issue of stubbornness. It was a case of stubbornness. And if you ask me, and Tetima, are girls stubborn, raised to power 1,000. If you have girls and boys, sons and daughters, check it now. You tell your son something, mommy, the next thing he does, you tell your daughter, she will first give you attitude, first do like this, first, what are they talking? Why are they talking? Where are they talking? And when are they talking? So, this is why we cannot afford to allow these girls grow with an anti-learning ability, anti-teachable ability, or attitude. Your girls must learn to be teachable. And now I'm getting into the how not to. Now, how not to raise a foolish virgin. I'm going to start from where I stopped in the characteristics. Let your girls be teachable and accountable. You know, when you partner with your girl to attack the teacher, to attack the mentor, to attack the pastor, to attack anyone that is trying to influence and impact her life positively, you are shooting yourself on the leg because you are enabling her. You're enabling her stubbornness. You're enabling her ability to resist and refuse instructions. How is she going to fly? How? So people say that girls are stubborn. No matter what you tell them, what is in their mind is what they will do. It's because you brought them up in that way. That's why if your daughter is 6, let her join the girls' hall. Let her learn how to keep quiet when they say keep quiet. Let her learn how to speak when they say speak. Let her learn how to read when she's asked to read. You see these excuses we give. Hey, it's just my daughter. My daughter does not, cannot, coach when they calls it. My daughter cannot. She cannot cope in a crowd. She cannot go. My daughter cannot. All the stress. My daughter is not able to. My daughter is not. You're giving excuses for girls. Girls only need time, and they only need time. They can cope over anything, on anything, and with anything. Girls, they have capacity. But the point is, we are not usually ready to stay through and build that capacity, because it could be wearisome, it could be tiring, it could even be discouraging. Somebody you're trying to help build capacity is giving you attitude, or it's just being laid back. It could be difficult, but we need to know that as parents, we do not have a choice. No, we don't. We need to stand up and hold our girls accountable. Your girl has not attended her classes. You're taking her out to watch movies. Really? This is what you're saying to her. That it's okay not to learn now. You can learn later. Let's have some fun. Why? Why exactly? Do you remember when I defined the foolish virgin as one that does not know how to set priorities? Yes. So you're enabling her. When it comes to learning, she gets away with excuses. But when it comes to something that is fun, you say, no, I don't want her to feel bad. I don't want her to start having a complex. I don't. So you see parents, they are borrowing money, they are stretching themselves beyond limit because they don't want their girls to be seen as not being woke, as not being among. My daughter is the only one that will not have an iPhone. Oh, my daughter will now be the only one that does not have good, expensive clothes. My daughter will be the only one that has not gone to the cinema before. But you are not complaining that your daughter is the only one that has not submitted her assignment. Your daughter is the only one that is not in the girls' hall. You're not complaining. It's fine with you, right? The girl is getting the memo. Yep, she is. She's getting the memo that, oh, it's fine to not take things like this seriously yet. When I grow old, I can. But for now, I can just flex and chill and be the baby girl that I was born to be. Oshe, when she starts with you at 15, 14, come running to me. I'm ready for you with your bill. Because you will. You're going to have a struggle. By that time, it looks like she's late. And you're trying to force her, attend the class. Why are you not in the class? What happened when she was 8? What happened when she was 10? Why was she not excited about learning? Why did you stop her halfway? In the girls' hall, we have a policy. If you drop out, we blacklist you. Don't come back. Be gone. Just go. Because you're making things harder for us. Do you know how easy it is? Do you know my girl that are in the junior class? If you see the way they are throttling, one of them is currently campaigning to be the head girl of her school, primary school. By the time she's in SS3, do you know what I would have done with that girl? But here I am, battling with undergraduates to even attend class, battling with them to read books. They're just, I like reading, but I select the books I read. I like reading, but it must be audio books. I like reading, but it must be romantic books. They are giving me templates. Why? Because that's how they were raised. They were not raised to be teachable or held accountable. What else? Raise a non-simple girl. Parents, please write down what I just said. Raise a non-simple girl. Who is a simple person? A simple person is one that doesn't have the ability to have good judgment. A simple person is simple in their thinking. They don't like to stress, they don't analyze, they don't question. They are so uncritical in their way of living. These are the people that are gullible. Proverbs, the book of Proverbs talks a lot about the simple. She lacks understanding. That's why she's easily deceived. She's going out in the night. She doesn't realize that, oh, as I'm going out, oh, there's even a color of dress I should wear. There's what not to carry. She's not able to think about the risk of her choices. I hate this category of people. I dislike them. So gullible. Somebody came and told you that if you sleep with me, you pass my course. And you didn't think that he's not the only course. This lecturer is not the only lecturer. He's not the only course you need for the whole university to come out with first class or 2-1 that you want. It didn't click. So you went ahead, to sleep with him, and you said that I had to use what I had to get what I want. I've trashed that statement in the abyss. People know the abyss. In the abyss, in the lake of fire. What does that mean? And whoever started this statement, use what you have to get what you want. Why didn't you use your brain? Why using your body? You can't use your brain and strike a deal with this man and say, sir, this thing you're asking for, you know that I know that is in the deal. You know that, sir, there's some lecturers that were expelled in one university, and sir, you know that, respectfully speaking, if this is let out, that there can be trouble. Sir, you don't know that as I come here, somebody can video us, and sir, you can get into trouble. You don't, so you cannot use your brain. You have to use your body and tell me that that was all you could use. Why are we having prostitute harlots in the days of social media that even me, I'm looking for storytellers. I'm willing to pay. I'm looking for online marketers. I am willing to pay. Do you know this? I'm looking for editors. I am willing to pay. I am looking for content creators. I'm looking for copywriters. I'm looking for writers. Do you know what do you know who I'm looking for? All paid services. And you cannot use that to get what you want, money. You have to use your body, stand on the road and tell me that your parents died, or you lost your job, or you don't know where to go, so you decide to use your body. In an era where you can make money at a snap of a finger, the touch of a button, a girl will come and tell me that she's using what she has, because what she has seen is just her body. And that's why you see me always trying to de-emphasize this whole body thing. That's why I'll have a session with a girl and she'll be crying that she doesn't see, she feels inadequate. I said, yeah, okay, why? I've also had feelings of inadequacy. And I thought I'll hear something like, because I'm not doing well in school. And she was telling me, because I don't feel my posture is right. True life story. I don't Google my stories. True life. I had a session this week. Really? You don't feel your posture is okay? Why? And you know, this girl was already involved in a case where she was going to be blackmailed. She was already being blackmailed. A young man was blackmailing her. I'm talking about 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl. I'm not talking about 16. Oh, please, don't get it twisted. She's already being blackmailed. And she's already giving in. Why? She does not feel enough with her body. She does not feel enough because of her body. And I said, well, even her clothes, I had to tell her, put on the video and take me to your wardrobe now. She took the video. I said, bring out your clothes. That's how I do my sessions. Though. If you're coming to the girls' club, get ready for me. I'm in your life. Like, seriously? I am in your life. I'm in the life of your daughter. Practically, like a spirit. This girl took me to her wardrobe. I looked at her clothes. We did the analysis. By the time we're done, we realized that there was no problem. You could amend some of these clothes. You could, accessorize some of them. We checked everything so that she did not have a problem. Yes, you can register. Please, ma'am, for the Girls Hub, just copy the number on the screen and send a chat right now. You can send a chat as we speak. Admin is ready to take your messages. So this is what makes a girl simple. When she thinks that she's not good enough, so she's not willing to process any information. She's not willing to deepen her understanding. It brings me to my third point. Raising an independent thinking girl. Coach Wendy has this book called Raising the Independent Thinking Child that I want to recommend for every one of you. We have it stocked up at Witty Minds Bookstore. If you need it, just tag Witty Minds Bookstore. I need Raising the Independent Thinking Child. It's one of the best books that Coach Wendy has written, in my opinion. And that's because of the work I do with girls. I saw it as an answer to what I'm saying. So you want to go and pick that book up. I'm going to recommend it for every mother of a girl child. If you have a girl child, read that book. Especially boy moms can read, but especially a girl child, read it. Because we're seeing girls that are too lazy to think. Mommy, what do you think? Daddy, what do you think? That's how it starts. Then it goes to Bola, what do you think? Janet, what do you think? Then it now moves to Harry, what do you think? What do you want? Jeremiah, what do you think? I'm here to do what you think. I'm here to do what you want. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So you cannot sit and say, oh, my daughter is a very wonderful girl, oh, very obedient. Everything I tell her to do, she does it. Hello. We have left you behind, though. Have you checked? We have left you. We're all ahead of you. We're not saying girls should be disobedient. We're saying that they should think through things. I called my daughter this morning because I asked her to do something and she was just doing it exactly the way I said it. And I said, why? Can't you add some creativity to it? Can't you add some? And she had to go back and she has to redo it. Oh, mommy, what is that? So this thing is a journey, and this is my daughter that I would consider to be someone who is an independent thinker. I've seen her think in circumstances that I didn't even expect her to. I've seen her navigate her way out of circumstances that could have taken her life. There was one particular bad case. She was lost in the middle of a very risky place in Abuja. I was looking for her. She was looking for me. How she navigated her way, I will give it up to her any day. However, there are higher levels. Think you can grow in thinking. You can grow in your ability to think. Let your girls know. Once I'm an independent thinker, and that's where it stops. There's not a title. Independent thinking is not a title. It's a way of life. It's a journey. It's a process. You grow into it. Psychologists call it the quality of your thinking ability. So there even depth of thought. Imagine, that's why I say we have left you behind. We're talking about deeper levels of thinking, and we are still in. My daughter does not know what she wants, doesn't know what she likes, doesn't know why she wants this or what. She's too lazy to think. She's too lazy to use her instinct. Mothers, fathers, listen to me. Girls were born with natural instinct, ability to discern. It's a gift to a girl, to the female gender. When we see God in heaven, let us thank him. He gave, that's why you see every man that listens to his wife hardly makes mistakes. Because the wife, she might not have the details, but her instinct hardly ever goes wrong. Don't feel too smart. It's a gift. God gave it to us. However, that gift could be lost. If your daughter is not constantly using this gift of instinct, intuition, yes. If she's not using it, if she's not using the gift of discernment, she will be a foolish virgin. Do you know that those 5 wise virgins, one of them might just have said, what? Okay, you couldn't think, but what if? Intuition comes from thinking, processing. That's why when girls are always shouting, Atetima, we are bored, we're tired, we are bored, there's nothing to do. I encourage them, sit down and think. Thinking is an activity. Thinking could be your hobby. Thinking is like any other thing you want to do. It's like cooking, it's like dressing, it's like dancing, it's like singing. Thinking is an activity, it's a skill. Let these girls learn how to think now. Every time they are telling them what to do, your daughter comes and says, you tell her your curfew is 6 p.m. and she tells you why. You start explaining. Hello, why can't you tell her to think of the reason why? Let her be the one to tell you, oh, because when it gets dark, you become vulnerable. Okay, also, and then you say yes, okay, go ahead. Because when it gets dark, if you run into trouble, you might not find help on time. Good. She might even give you more reasons. Look, this is one of my secrets dealing with teenagers, especially girls. This is why I will get them not to date on time without forcing them. I say, so you tell me, why do you think? He said, because they're distraction. Because he said this by themselves. You will use your brain now. Your brain is what you have. You use it to get what you want. We have changed it. We have changed the narrative. You use your brain to get what you want, not your body to get what you want. You use your brain to get what you want. So if you're disagreeing with me on an issue, come with your strong reasons. God Almighty says, bring forth your strong reasons. Let's have a conversation. What else should you do so that you don't raise a foolish virgin? Raise an organized, productive girl. You see, this L is for lazy. It's not only your daughter, please. All of us, all girl moms, we can testify at one time or the other, one season, one phase of our daughter's lives, we dealt with laziness. It comes with the female hormones that are released extensively at puberty. That's where it starts. And then for some of them, they never get out of it because they were not raised to be productive and hardworking, to be organized. Girls, they like procrastination. Boys do, but girls really love procrastination because, they want to just chill, they just don't want stress and hassle. That could have been one reason why these girls did not get extra oil. So in their mind, later, procrastination. So in their mind, it's too hard. Even we have to stand on this long line. Oh my God, let's just go. The bridegroom will soon be here. Now went without extra oil. Tell them to go through a process. Why is it so long? They look for shortcuts. You ask them questions, they go to Google. You tell them, write your to-do list. What is up, mommy? I know what I want to do in my head, in my brain is there. They don't want to write, they don't want to read. And you are even saying it. I want to, how can you help me? This is my daughter. She does not like when you come like that, it's already a hindering belief. It's already a hindering action, a hindering behavior. Always complaining, always whining. Can we move past all this and insist that our daughters will be raised as organized, productive people? Let there be girls that are drawn and driven to produce real-time results, not popularity, following trends, woke gang. Every time they just want to be in the vibe, in the hypes. There is more to life than all that. When push comes to shove, what you have versus what you say you can have, we want to see the result. Let your daughter understand that everywhere she goes, she must focus on what is more important. She must prioritize. She must be conscious of time. And she must be willing to invest her time well. How many girl moms do I know that are still monitoring their children in university? Have I finished monitoring myself? I'll come and monitor the time of an undergraduate. You see why your daughter should go to school when they are 17, going 18. You see why? I will not monitor you. I mean your time. I'm not going to monitor. If you don't want to go to school, that's fine. At the end of the day, Of course, somebody is checking you for me. When I see that you're not sure to academics, I withdraw you straight. Straight. We are giving these girls too the rope. The rope is too long. They have taken the rope we have given them and wrapped it around, and they are even twerking with the rope. Some of our daughters, they are twerking with the long rope you gave them. Every time you're giving them excuse, could it be? Oh, that is why. What is all that? Your daughter makes a mistake, not a mistake. For me, most of those things they do, they are not mistakes because they were told, they were warned. They come and tell you, mommy, it was a moment of weakness. Really? With my money, right? You go and misbehave, the school expels you, suspends you, disgraces you, embarrasses me, everything put together. I change you to another highbrow school. Well done. You're giving girls long rope, eh? When you give them long rope, they will use it and twerk. Please go and put it on social media. That is what I said. That's what I said. When we overindulge these girls, they are never going to be productive. Quote me. Overindulging girls. But the flip side is even the case that when you look at, you'll be proud of. When girls see the way you drive them, when girls see the way their mentors drive them, they don't want to be last. So in the girls' hub, do you know why we have more head girls now? Because I said it is an offense in the girls' hub not to hold any kind of leadership position, even if it is timekeeper, even if it is note carrier. You must do something. Senate, parliament, whatever, idea bank, you must. I didn't say you must be head girl. If it's head girl, better. But you cannot not be doing anything, not contributing. No, cannot. So it's now become a thing. At the beginning of the year, they were doing excuses. Well, I don't know. I did not win. I gingered them. Everybody went and started sending messages. I've now become this. Oh, I lost this position, but I'm going to do this. I say better. You lost this one, go for another one. But by all means, don't be a bench warmer. I need you to produce something for me. I don't want to say anything. Actually, I'm very good at writing stories. Can I see your stories? Can I see? I want tangible proofs, products. I want to see it. Very important. Finally, for you to raise a non-foolish virgin, you need to raise a fully content and grateful girl. A girl who can delay gratification. A girl who does not have long throats, permit me to use it, to say it like that. A girl who is going to say, you know what? I want to do this thing. My mates are doing it. I love the way it feels when they tell me their experience, but I am not going to do it now. I'm not going to want to have it now. I'm not going to want to use it now. I'm going to wait. That's what makes them not to be gullible. Many times girls are gullible, they're falling into traps because of ojuko. Please, Yoruba parents, how is it called? Long throat in Yoruba, what is it called? This is the problem of some girls. I don't understand why undergraduates are using designer shoes and bags. What are they trying to form? Can you afford these things? And even if you can, must you do them now? There's supposed to be a time for everything. My people, thank you. Oju kokoro. Oju kokoro. That is the only problem of some girls. It's not village people. It's not devil. It's the fact that they want to have everything we have. Why are girls stealing? Should I tell you about girls stealing? You know, I've shared it before. I shared it, I think that was last month or 2 months ago. I am still getting cases of girls stealing. I still have mothers reporting. My daughter took my designer perfume. What is she doing with it? What is the problem? You want to impress. You want to show off. That is why when When they tell you to do something, you will do without thinking, because oju kokoro has clouded your judgment and your sense of reasoning. Even if you can afford designers, take your children to go and do bend down. Okay, bend down is too much. It's extreme. Sorry about that. Take them to go and sew with regular fabric. It must not be silk. It must not be. They must not have 15 clothes. You see all this, mommy, I cannot repeat. You can repeat. Yes, you can repeat your clothes. I repeat, so you can repeat. Yes. We're not using clothes to enter the gate of heaven. It's spirit we're using to enter. It's spirit we're using to enter heaven, not clothes. These things are normal. We're not going to condemn our daughters for wanting these things. But that's why I said raise. Raise. That means the job is now on us as parents. I talked about this a lot in my book. See, if you're not buying my books, you are losing. Because a lot of the things you are fighting with your daughter about, I've already written it. Look at maintain your wife. Look at body boundaries. Even 7 years old, I have talk for them. Yes, I have talk for I have. Look at spiritual intelligent teenager. These things are all here. So sometimes these books can help it so that the fight is not too much. Bring the book and Setima said, no problem. I am willing to be the fall guy. Use me and settle issues. I am willing. But by all means, do not encourage or allow your daughters to just go having everything they want anytime they want. Coach Folake calls it being the El Shaddai parent. Are you El Shaddai? If you're El Shaddai, you will die fast. Yes, if you're El Shaddai, you will die fast because that role is not for you. You're not El Shaddai, you're not Jireh, you are nothing, you're just a mother. And the mother is limited. So even some things you want, or you know she wants, and you know you can afford, let her wait. Teach her to wait. Tell her that you see this one, you will do it. It's not bad. Mommy, is it bad? Remember, we're not talking about good or bad, right or wrong. No, spiritual or carnal. No. That's what the conversation is not about that. Mommy, but it's not wrong now. It's not bad now. The Bible did not say now. Yes, that's true. However, there's a place for contentment, for waiting, for patience, for seasons of life. It's not bad to fix nails, to fix eyelashes. It's not bad to do those things. It's not in the Bible that we should not do. But there's a time to do it. I shared it in one of my plans, the big girl plan, the fun plan. I have plans also on Seller. I have materials, outing plans. I have outing plans. I have fun planners. I have all these guides to help you reduce the fight, mother-daughter tussle. Go and read so that girls, if you can get your girl to reason, to think, you will not have problems. I tell you the truth. Reason together, and you will see how these things will come up easily. I want to believe that with these few points of mine, you are ready to raise a wise virgin. I want to believe that you are ready to raise a virgin that will not be among the foolish ones. The ones that will run out at the middle of the night when their mates are reaping the fruit of all their labor. That's when your daughter is now struggling to understand what is happening. No, not under my watch. But I'm watching only the girls in the girls' hall. I can't watch the whole world now. So I'll watch the ones that are my own. Okay, can someone says they can't hear me? Please let me know. Can you hear me? Yes, it could be. I think some people are hearing me. Sorry, it could be your network. Sorry about that. Please, mothers, I have so many assignments for us. I need you to commit to joining us on this campaign to help our daughters. You see that Help Your Daughter series? It is free. Please put it on PTA groups, put it on business groups, put it on church groups, put it any group, you put it on your status every morning when you get up, put it on your status. Every morning when you get up, put it on your status. Tell them, join, join. You know why? That person's daughter that is a foolish virgin should not now come and influence your daughter too. So let us all come together and raise wise virgins. All of them are virgins. They don't want foolish ones. Am I the only one? Please don't forget to get mothers in. Don't forget we have the emotions mastery class. I see that several of us here have already registered. Please, registration is still open. It's just 5K. 5K for the evening. Just use it and invest. That one is for both girls and boys. Tell your colleagues, tell everyone to just come. That one is just for 2 days and it's for teenagers only. Teenagers and preteens. It's not for parents. Then get ready to come into the girls' hall with a bang, like somersault into the girls' hall. Somersault and bring your girls to us. We don't twerk in the girls' hall. We read. We don't twerk. We have fun. Oh. We cruise. We have energy. We have a lot of energy. But we use our energy wisely and productively. My girls are authors. That's what we do. That's what gives us the high. Writing books, vlogging, blogging, creating content, writing. That's how we catch that's our fun time. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm looking forward to see you at the Girls Hub and, of course, at the free webinars every Friday for the next 5 weeks. Every Friday for the next 5 weeks. Girl moms only, especially if your daughters are from 6, 7 upward. Please join us at that free webinar. And please don't forget to get ready for the Build Your Daughter's Confidence Like a Pro challenge. It's going to be in December. Get ready. This self-confidence, we must build it by fire, by fire. Thank you so much. I can see all of you. It's past 1. We have to go. I can't read out your names, but I see you on Facebook. I see you on YouTube. And I see you on Instagram. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same place. Don't forget to invite your friends. If you're not inviting your friends, you are owing me. And the Bible says, owe no man anything. You are owing me if you're not inviting someone. So whether they are coming live or they are watching a replay, by all means, get someone to join this band. Thank you guys. Have a blessed day.